Hello there, it's your bro Tanrose. Let's get to it. The major languages in the world right now are Chinese, Spanish, and English. Now, even if English isn't your lingua franca, you'll agree that we use its punctuation marks in everyday writing. Here are the 17 major English punctuation marks, the screws and knots of writing. P.S. I'm Nigerian, so I tend to consciously use British format. Number one, the full stop. It is used both to end a sentence and after an abbreviation. Some rules to remember. 1. Omit full stops in uppercase abbreviations, for example, MBA, but use them in lowercase abbreviations, for example, E dot, G dot. If the abbreviation is a company name, copy what the company uses. Number 2, do not use two full stops if the sentence ends in an abbreviation. For example, I need a tripod stand, audio wire, microphone, digital camcorder, etc. Dot. etc means and other things. Number 3, a full stop appears inside the brackets if the brackets contain a complete sentence. This also applies to quotations. For example, and Tanrose said, I need a tripod stand. Yeah, I need other things as well. Number 4, for contraction of words, only use a full stop if its last letter is different from the last letter of the whole word. For example, Mrs. and Professor Xavier. Number 5, a full stop is not required after pluralizing an abbreviated word. For example, he has their numbers already. Number 2, question mark is used to show direct question. For example, how are you? How are you? There are some sentences that begin with I hope, but are they questions? To find out, visit www.thecompactbook.com to download. Number 3 is the exclamation mark. It is used after a loud utterance. For example, I shouted, "Geez, TCB is amazing." Number 2 is also used for adding importance or emphasis. For example, get this man a shield. Yeah, have a mouthful fun. Number 4, we have the comma that is used to separate ideas or elements within sentences, used in numbers and dates and in letters after salutation and closing. For example, thanks for everything, Tanro. Another example, I wish I could live my life without a comma. Oh, nice. But my story might not make sense with just subordinate clauses. Number 3, she was born in Warri, Nigeria on Sunday, November 30th, 1997. Who was she? Number 4, separation of elements within sentences. I said, for example, make sure you purchase the onions, eggs, tomatoes, and pepper before noon. That last comma is called a serial or short comma. So just download the book and get more information about that. Also, fanboys, so you should always have a comma before the conjunctions for, and, no, but, or, yet, and so. Number 5, the semicolon is used to connect independent clauses that seem to be connected. For example, I was happy because I had just eaten eba and egusi. Number 6, the colon has 3 major uses. Number 1 is after a word introducing a quotation, an explanation, an example, or a series. For example, the compact book so far is available in 3 parts, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, figures. Also, it can be used between independent clauses when the second explains the first, similar to how we use a semicolon. For example, I didn't go home, it was late. Number 3, for emphasis, just note that the first letter after a colon is capitalized only if it's a proper noun or an acronym. I hope you know that acronyms are types of abbreviations together with initialisms. I will deal with that some other time. For example, there is one rapper Tanro admires more than any other. NF, Nate Feinstein. The colon is also used in non-grammatical contexts for time, for ratio, business correspondence. Yeah, I know Mahatma Gandhi is dead. And references. Number 7, the hyphen is used to form compound tense and is not separated by spaces. For example, back to back, a 22-year-old, a 22-year-old, then run around. The minus is used basically in maths. Number 8, the dash has two major forms. The n dash, the width of an n, and that's not an n but letter n. And then it can be used, let's say chapters 12 to 16, and then we have the m dash, which is my favorite. You let me know which your favorite is at the end of this video in the comment section. The m dash is the width of letter m and can be used as substitutes for the comma, the brackets, colon, semicolon. It's cool. Whether you put a space around the m dash or not is a style of choice. I don't. Number 9, the square brackets. They are used for technical explanation or to clarify meaning. For example, Tanrose is also an athlete and an artist. Whichever. Number 10, braces. They are used mostly in computer programming and mathematical expressions. Number 11, the brackets. We have been using it, so you should know what it does. So it's used to contain further thoughts or give your reader options. For example, he or she needs to change for the relationship to work. Usually it's the E. Okay, I don't know. Number 12, apostrophe. This one has a lot of things. But the basic thing is that it's used to indicate omission of letter or letters from a word, the possessive case, the plurals of lowercase letters, or connect nouns together. Now, note this. If you pronounce an extra S, write one. If not, don't. For example, how many P's are in HIP for the E for the for hippopotamus? Not wrong. Also, I've been studying for days the compact books for everyone. We are bombarded with questions and answers, Q's and A's. Their father's boss's car was stolen, and you can stay at my parents' house. Number 13, quotation marks. You know what they're used for. And you also have the single quotation marks, or we call the speech marks. And then P.S. a comma is placed outside the closing quotation mark within a sentence. For example, I went to meet him and he told me, get lost. So I left, yes. And also the speech marks can be used to express skepticism, express irony, sarcasm, or you can use to refer to words as words. For example, millennium used to be a difficult word for me to spell. Number 14, ellipsis is used to indicate omission of letters or words, and it's frequently used within quotes to express omission, yes, to jump from one phrase to another without interfering with the meaning. Like from 1 Timothy 3, 4-5, church officials must be in control of their own families. If they don't, how can they look after God's people? True. There's the angled brackets, that's just like quotation marks. And number 16, we have the stroke, the slash, the virgule, or the solidus. Is used to represent division and as date separator. And we have the last one, the bullets, that's usually used in business and technical writings and used to list items of equal importance. So there are 3 rules to them. Number 1, when you have a bulleted list, you only place a full stop at the end if it is a sentence. Don't put it if it is a word or phrase. That I mean, don't put a full stop at the end. And then it is not necessary to place the conjunction and before the last item. They are of equal importance. That make the other one feel inferior. So that's it. That's a wrap on punctuation. There are other things that I've added in the book, so go over to www.thecompactbook.com to download. And I also attempted to use all punctuation marks in one sentence. I tried. So go over there, you can test yourself. In the comment section below, there are other punctuations you feel I should have added. These are the major ones, by the way. You can let me know in the comment section. Stay well. Use these things every day and come back here. Yeah, I'll be dishing out more every Thursday. So subscribe, comment, and share with your friends.